And welcome back to another episode of Morrowind Game of the Year Edition. And this episode, we will be going into Tell Fear and meeting the wizard, Divinia Fear. So we'll go in here. We're picking up on the Trebonius quest for disappearance of the dwarves. Now, as I've mentioned before, when you go in here, this guy is a all-powerful wizard, and he's lived for many thousands of years through the use of magic. Wizards don't use stairs. You have to fly. I think it is this way. I thought it was right there. So we'll go up here and through the top door. Yeah. Hall of Fear. So yeah, and there's the hole in the ceiling that you have to go up. So you can use magic, or you can choose to use your if you decided to get them boots of the apostle. So you can use them. You can use magic. You can use spells. I mean, not spells. The potion if you want to. Any of that. Whatever you want to use, all good. Also, he doesn't mind if you steal from him. And that's what we're going to do while we're here. So we're going to pick this by getting rid of the trap. And then since we have that unlock spell up to 100, that's what we're going to do. Oh, that took a lot of mana right there. Or magicka, that is. Be using a few of these. There we go. And Cuirass of the Savior's Hide. Light armor, very good. So definitely want to take that, and we will be using it as well.
What is this regarding, Breton?
Like I said, he doesn't mind if you steal from him, so, or at least out of the locked chest. I don't know about anything else, but everything else I'm not very interested in. So, the lock things in here are meant for explorers of the Corpusarium, and you can go that route and get all the keys to these things, or you can just do like me and unlock them. So. Let's see if he's got any books to read. Doesn't look like it so far. But that's Divinia Fear right there, and let's see, read that one. Nope. No skill gains. So legendary Scourge, which he actually has Scourge in here, and I think it's in one of those. It's in that chest on the floor, I think. We will be getting it today, too. So, getting a lot of legendary artifacts here today through the use of him. So, there's a key on the desk right there, which we're going to take. See, he does not care. And this is also the only complete set of Daedric armor in the entire vanilla game he is wearing. So there's that as well. So very powerful guy. If you want to kill him, you can. Not recommended because he has to be alive to finish the main quest. So not recommended killing him. Let's use a magic potion real quick too. Like that. Unlock that one. Get us another key and a Daedric Sanctuary Amulet, which is pretty cool in itself. I will use that eventually. I don't know if it'll be this episode or next episode, but definitely will use it. So, or honestly, I might not be able to handle that right now. To tell you the truth, the Daedric Amulet is a very powerful artifact, so have to be careful. when I choose to use this. Alright, and there's Scourge. So we got it as well. Now, let's talk to this guy. Let's save first since we got all the goodies here. Alright. Well, what a pleasure. A visitor, an entertaining diversion. Come to consult the great Devaeth Fear? You have the divine disease? Want to plunder the dungeon? Or leer at my daughters? Let's ask about this stuff. The magical principles of corpus disease are elusive and miraculous, far more subtle and powerful than any conventional sorcery or enchantment. I'm persuaded that it is in some manner the curse or blessing of a god, perhaps both a curse and a blessing. The victim, of course, cannot appreciate the marvelous nature of corpus. It saps the mind and destroys the body. But to a wizard, it is a profound and glorious mystery, a riddle worth a long lifetime of study. About plunder the dungeons. When you live for thousands of years, you need a hobby. Something you love. Always sparks your interest. I collect treasures and invite thieves to steal them. I'm a collector and a sportsman. I collect enchanted items and ancient artifacts. Have quite a few Dwemer pieces. And, as a sportsman, I love letting thieves try to steal my well-guarded treasures. Only a few rules. 1. Don't hurt the inmates. 2. Don't hurt my daughters. My warden and guards can look out for themselves. Warden. Vista Kai, the Argonian, is my warden of the Corpusarium. Quite a fighter, tough as nails, self-taught. Works out with my daughters, who are no slouches at the martial arts themselves. Vista Kai was one of the last of my slaves. Freed him, and he wouldn't leave. Kept him on as a hireling, then made him my partner. Excellent fellow, fine companion. Not an intellectual, you understand, but good company for me and my daughters. Daughters. Not bad for something born in a jar, eh? Charming and talented. Not daughters, really. A little project, a side benefit of my researches into corpus disease. Made them myself from my own flesh. Nice, aren't they? Alfie, Beatty, Delty, Oopsie, Fear. Quite a comfort to me in my old age. Haha. I collect victims of the divine disease in my corpusarium, in the caverns beneath the tower. Poor devils, wretched existence, constant pain, ferocious appetites and passions. No reason at all, mad as marsh rats, but marvelous too, in their way. Completely immune to disease, like live forever, barring accidents. Ancient wizards need projects to keep them occupied, and the corpusarium is mine. The sharpest of my girls in wit and tongue gets on my nerves sometimes, but conflict is the spice of life. Beatty is the sweet one, eager to please and be pleased, an excellent cook and a lovely singing voice. Delty Fear is the efficient one, organized and orderly. She acts as our steward, manages accounts, maintains supplies, keeps the tower and corpusarium running. And then Oopsie is the girl with the biggest heart. She takes care of the inmates of the corpusarium and helps with my researches. Okay, now we'll ask about the Egg of Time, see what he's got to say. This is an interesting work. Yagram Bagarn might be able to tell you more. And let's try to make him like us. I don't know if he'll say anything different, but it's worth a shot. Oh wow, he doesn't like me at all now. So let's just load back and we'll pass on that. It's a little hard to imagine you can offer a ancient wizard anything that he doesn't have already. Especially when he has to babysit his daughters. Okay, so we're gonna go down to Yagrum Bagarn in the Corpusarium now, since we know he's down there. So first, let's run around here. We might talk to her real quick. Yeah, nothing in these I'm probably gonna want.
Yes, Outlander?
Alfie. I suppose you want to speak to Divinity of Fear. Have you got Corpus Disease, or are you planning to plunder the dungeon? You're smart. Get Corpus Disease, get killed by Corpus monsters, get killed by this Theft Kai. A very good plan. Plunder the dungeon of a 4,000-year-old wizard. What could be easier? Well, probably just about anything, considering it's full of monsters. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of things that I want in here. He does have this stuff, and I'm not sure if you can steal this stuff or not, but I don't have any reason to steal it either, so I'm just going to leave it all. I've got all the special stuff that, all the legendary artifacts that really matter, so we will unlock these things though. Oh, too complex. So try higher. Too complex. Master. We may not get this because our security is so low, but you know, it's worth trying. If not, then I do have the spell, so. Okay, well, that failed, so we'll just unlock it that way. And it's just gold, so it doesn't really matter that we unlocked it or not. Probably could have just passed it up. No biggie. But we're going to be headed down to the Corpusarium now. Let's see, what is that? Pants? Chest? Trap? Ooh. The more traps that I can disarm, the higher my security is probably going to go. So just going to keep doing that whenever I can see them. Alright, out of mana, so nothing. Alright. Well. That's his chest of drawers. It's got some skooma, which is a drug in this game, and a skooma pipe, which is very illegal, and a few of those things. Alright. We're going to head on down to the Corpusarium now. Which one are you?
What is this about?
Beatty. Wife. Yes, well, not wife in the married sense, but, you know, paramour, consort. Something like that. It's a bit awkward, really, because, well, he made us, too, so though we aren't really his daughters or anything, it's like we were his daughters because he made us, you see? Okay, so apparently that's the wife of that guy, and that's a test tube baby of him, and yeah, some weird stuff's going on here. All right.
Yes, Outlander.
Delty. Howdy. Very nice to meet you. And then here's the Corpusarium. So that's where we're at. Let's save. Well, no, let's just go on it. Alright, here's the Argonian. I am Vistith Kai, Warden of the Corpusarium. I am here to warn you, do not harm the inmates. If you come to plunder the dungeons, you must endure their attacks and take your chances with take your chances with me, their warden and protector. Endure the attacks. Do not harm the inmates. I will not tolerate you adding to their suffering. Indeed, they are brutal and ferocious, and they will kill you if they can. But you are their guest, and you may not harm them, or you will answer to me. Okay then. My trade. I'm a knight. In the West, you need a horse and land to be a knight, but here you have no horses, and all you need is good armor, good weapons, and skill to use them. I prefer to fight with axes and shields. Since I live by my weapons, I have to pay careful attention to the local feelings about killing and murder. What's right and what's wrong. Alright, you're not going to say anything about Yagrum, so we're going to head on in, and we will see some of these guys running around. What I'm thinking here is we're going to use Calm Humanoid on them. That way we can just run through without having any interference. Oh, and I'm out of mana right away. Oh, maybe this is not a humanoid. Maybe it's a creature. Okay, yeah, it's a creature, so... Alright, we're doing good so far, dude. Just gotta run around and find the guy. There's that chest. And we had a key for it. Nice. But I don't think there's actually anything worth anything down here. There's another Corpus Beast. Not too concerned with the chest, just getting to Yagrum. And it's already attacking me again. Okay. Oops. Nope, nope. Alright. Flame Corpus. That's fine, that's fine. Alright, so it's attacking me again. That's all it is. Where does this lead to? Fowls, alright. Maybe this way? You can just hear them all over the place. Alright, this looks like where he's at. Yeah, right over there. Get that one with the... Okay, I don't think they'll attack over here, but that's Yagrum, the last of the dwarves. So, let's save here. Alright, let's talk to him. So, disappearance of the dwarves. I cannot say what happened. I was not there to observe. I was in an outer realm at the time. And when I came back, my people were gone. I left Red Mountain wandering Tamriel for years, searching our deserted colonies, looking for a survivor or an explanation. Then, a long, long time ago, I returned to Red Mountain, still looking for answers. Instead, I found Corpus disease, and I have been here ever since. I have theories, if you are interested. Theories. Lord Kagernak, the foremost arcane philosopher and magecrafter of my era, devised tools to shape mythic forces intending to transcend the limits of Dwemer mortality. However, in reviewing his formula, some logicians argue that side effects were unpredictable, and errors might be catastrophic. I think Kagernak might have succeeded in granting our race eternal life, with unforeseen consequences, such as wholesale displacement to an outer realm, or he may have erred and utterly destroyed our race. So now we can ask about the books. So we'll start with Divine Metaphysics. This book is just an explanation of some of Kagernak's theories. I could spend hours explaining them to you, but Kagernak is dead, and I believe his theories must die with him. Egatime. By refreshing my memory with divine metaphysics, I believe I can explain. The Dwemer were not unified in their thinking. Kagrenak and his tonal architects, among them Putan, that guy, believed they could improve the Dwemer race. Others argued that the attempt would be too great a risk. The war with Nerevar and the Dunmer may have led Kagrenak to carry out his experiments prematurely, although this book argues that nothing disastrous could result. The disappearance of my race argues otherwise. My race. Once I was a master crafter in the service of Lord Kagrenak, chief architect of the great Second Empire freeholds, and the greatest enchanter of his time. I could not match the genius of Lord Kagrenak, but what he could envision, I and my colleagues could build. All of that is gone forever. I still retain my cunning, but my hands and eyes fail me, and my memories have long faded. My only consolation is each day to mock the gods who destroyed my race and condemned me to this bleak existence. Bleak existence. Since the disappearance of the dwarves, I have been alone in this world, trapped in this grim prison. I can scarcely move, and my fellow inmates are scarcely good company. The risk of corpus disease deters most visitors, but if you meet with cultivated minds undaunted by the terrors of the corpusarium, you might mention your recent interview with the last living dwarf. Last living dwarf. This is how I style myself. I do not know for a fact that I am the last, but in my travels thousands of years ago, I never encountered another, and since I have been here, I often ask Lord Fear, but he says he has never heard a credible rumor of another Dwemer on Tamriel, or in any ald'ruhn realm. And Hanging Gardens is the last book. Yes, this book is written in both Aldmeris and in Dwemer. Many books were written in both languages in the days of Rusdane, when Dunmer and Dwemer ruled together peacefully. I'd offer to translate, but this is really just a boring travel guide. If you find any other books in Dwemer, I could translate them for you. Okay, so you're new here, aren't you? My name is Oopsie Fear. I take care of the corpus victims. Prowl around down here. We will be very angry if you hurt any of our patients, and our patients can be quite a handful. Strong as Ogrim and twice as mean, but they seem to like it when I play the drum. Quiets them down. There's a drum around here someplace. They wander off with it sometimes, but find that drum and bring it to me, and I think I can calm them down for a while. Okay, so these guys around us won't attack if the drums are playing. And these are trapped, so let's untrap them and then we can recall, because we have a journal update. There's another one. Now if we check the journal update, I was able to get the Dwemer books adapted to the seems to be treatise explaining how to create a new god through sorcery. The Egg of Time seems to be a refutation of the idea linking to a divine source of power. Can be dangerous if interrupted through the Egg of Time refutes this idea. Perhaps the author was wrong and this is what happened to the dwarves. And drums. Okay, so that's all we had to do for the Egg of Time. Now we just return to Trebonius and we'll turn in the quest. So let's recall out of here. Well. Well, this is not wanting to cast for me. There we go. Alright, so before we talk to Trebonius, let's let's actually go to ald'ruhn. I want to talk to Edwina first. I think she might have something to say about the disappearance of the dwarves, but I'm not 100% sure.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What shall we talk about?
Maybe not. Alright, so back to Trebonius it is then. Why I can't cast that spell. Mysticism. I got good mysticism. I don't know.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
Alright. Disappearance of the dwarves. Oh, let me see these books, Conjurer. Oh yes, of course, this egg of time is quite obvious in its descriptions of the things that happen. Yes, of course, it's all quite clear to me. I would prefer that you wrote a report that simplified your findings, but I trust that you have indeed solved the mystery. So that is all we get from that is that. Arch-mage Trebonius was pleased when I showed him the 3 Glimmer books. He said this was sufficient and thanked me for solving the mystery of the disappearance of the dwarves. Next time the Arch-mage of Amalexia visits, I'll really have something to brag about. Alright, so we need to get some advancement going on here. So we need to go back to training again. Now, first we're going to run over to ald'ruhn because after doing that quest, yeah, that's all we're going to do for Trebonius. And the next quest giver is...
Welcome, friend. The day is yours.
Probably going to be
What
Skink.
shall we talk about?
Yeah, it's probably going to be Skink. But first, let's go get some experience doing something. So, what we're going to do is... Let's go on and... What do we want to start with? Don't want to start Telvanni yet, and I don't really want to start the temple yet. So, I don't want to start the cult either. Let's go on and start the main quest. So, we're not going to
What can I help you with?
finish the main quest or anything. We're just going to, well, I guess we shouldn't do that right now. We need to do the... We do need to finish the Mages Guild first. So, instead, yeah, we're actually gonna go and go to Skink. We're gonna go and do Skink's quest. Or we could Calderas. Yeah, let's do Calderas.
Hello there.
Do Calderas quest. So the quest giver is down on the first floor, and it's this lady over here.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
At least I think it's this person. Yeah, I'm wrong. So it's not this person. This
What
person?
can I help you with?
Nope, not that person either.
I can tell.
Okay, I guess it is going to be Skink. Yeah, we're going to go to Skink because apparently there's not anybody here to give you quests.
What can I help you with?
So, Skink is at Sidrith Mora, and he is the Argonian
To
in the
what
back.
do I owe?
If I can be
Please
of
go
any
ahead.
assistance, I'll be happy to help.
Alright, duties. I need someone to escort the scholar Tinyaminwi. Alright, another escort quest. Tinyaminwi is staying at Miria's Corner Club. She is concerned about some trouble she's been having with a Telvanni last night. She wants to leave Sidrith Mora on the elf scaring, but is afraid to go to the docks. If you escort her to Gal Ather's ship, I would be grateful. Okay, so, yep, we got a journal update. We're just gonna go out to the tavern and elf scaring over to Telvanni. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna go outside to the tavern and run down to the ships, which we have used a few times to get to Dagon Fell. So,
How can I help you?
I think this is a relatively short escort quest if the elf scaring is where I think it is. Every time I fall right there. Oh, and our armor rating is up a lot higher now. So 59 armor from light armor thanks to the Cuirass Savior's Hide. And we have a resist magicka 60%. So we resist quite a bit of magic damage now. And honestly, this robe is covering up our magnificence. And it's just weight, so probably worth getting rid of, but since it doesn't do anything special. Alright, so let's travel together. Do you want me to follow me? Yes, follow me. Take me to the elf scaring at the Telvanni docks. Okay, let's talk to her about elf scaring. It's Aerith's ship. It's the one furthest to the west. Okay, cool. Well, let's get to moving then. Something I did forget to do. I did forget to set the new mark to in front of Skink. So when we go back, I will have to set that recall. Oh, there we go. We have an update. She's done. Made it to the elf scaring. So, awesome. Alright, now since we're at Sidrith Mora, I do believe that it is a considered a fort, so I'm going to use this divine intervention and get there. Yep, and it is. So, just to save us some time. Oh, in case anyone is curious about the legendary artifacts too, so let me share those real quick. So Savior Cuirass Hide, constant effect, resist magic 60%, so resist a lot of magic damage, and Scourge, which I won't be using this, but it's a Daedric mace, and if you use it, you have to cast it in separately like a spell, and you summon Dremora and a Scamp for 30 seconds. So it's Conjuration, which we have that skill, so we're not worried. The Sanctuary Amulet, now that's something that I will
If I can
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'll be happy.
I'm gonna give it a shot after this, and but I'm gonna set some things here. I'm glad to hear that Tinya Minway made it to the elf skeering safely. You have my thanks. That's alright, so let's set us a mark here. Get us some magic. Awesome. Got it cast, so that's good there. Now, now that that's cast,
Well,
let's
how are
take
you? Please don't be shy. I'm
travel
listening.
to Balmora. And I chose Balmora just so I can rest. Doesn't really matter where you're at. I just wanted a quick resting spot. Alright, and I want to get one spell. And that spell that I want is to upgrade my summon. I want to get a greater Bone Walker. And I think I can get it in the deck.
If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help.
Please,
Not her.
feel free to talk at your leisure. Well, I
Walk
find
with
myself
virtue, Outlander.
Please share your thoughts.
And I can. So let's go on and get the Greater Bone Walker. And I've got enough gold. I'm going to go and get the Scamp and the Astronaut too. Alright. Not sure if I'm going to be able to cast these yet, but so my chances of casting the Scamp are 71% chance, Greater Bone Walker 62, and Flame is 37. And that's at half fatigue. So what we're going to do here, we're going to save real quick. I know there's a lot of build up to this, but the Daedric Amulet is a real cool thing in my opinion. So, alright, now we're going to go on in on this Daedric Sanctuary Armor. All you have to do is equip it, and we're going to travel to Magas Valar. And this is a one-time stop. So we might die here. I'm not sure that I'm actually going to be strong enough to win this, but now that we're here, there is a Daedra right in front of us. So, that we have to beat. Now that we got our Bone Walker, which is awesome first cast, we are going to use Dragon Skin as well. Half of our and then we want to go attack. Midair. Alright, I'm running out of magicka here, so I definitely need to be drinking a couple of these. Oh, one-shotted. Alright, gotta get my weapon out now, so let's frostbite first. Oh, he's about to kill us. Uh-oh. Gotta pay attention. Drink one of those. We got plenty of health potions. Oh, paralyzed. Oh, poop. Come on. Paralyzed needs to wear off. Wear off. So the weapon that it has is what's casting the paralysis. And we need a weapon. Okay, need more help. Oh man. Okay, and one shot kill. So, yeah, we can probably kill this guy. So we're gonna try once more. The prize for doing this is the actual weapon that Daedra is using. So it's definitely a good weapon. If you're Longblade, which I'm not, so not the greatest thing for me, but it's still a pretty good weapon, and we're just doing it for fun. So we're also gonna hit the scamp. Yeah. Inventory. Go for a Magica potion, and we'll get some health potions rolling, and we're gonna get our weapon out. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna be able to beat him, so we'll have to put that off till later and come back and do it. But we got 2 legendary artifacts this time around, and that's a pretty good win in my opinion right there. So we're gonna cut it there for today, guys. This has been a little bit of a short one, but it's a pretty big one, though. You know, we solved the disappearance of the dwarves, and if you're as thoroughly confused as to why they disappeared, that's exactly what the game wants you to be. So, y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all on the next one.